All right, so welcome again to Military Good Night, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. Guys, smash the like button. As you all know, smash that like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up all the time. Anyways, today we're gonna speak. This is the Reggae Boyz Watch episode 6. We've been carrying this episode for like 6 weeks now. Once I've reached episode 6, means that I've been going for 6 weeks now. So hopefully you guys have gotten a lot of information throughout this time period, throughout this episode. But today we're going to speak about a few players. Curtis Tilt, Lewis Baker, Bobby Reid, and also Andre Gray. So these are the 4 players that we'll be covering today, because over the weekend I did cover a few of the players, especially the players in the championship, and we'll see how that one goes. But for today, these are the 4 players that we'll be covering. So the first player I want to speak about today is Curtis Tilt. And the funniest thing is, he was the one who opened the goal scoring sheet today for Wigan Athletic, but turn around, he was the one who gave away the game. I won't say necessarily gave away the game, but he conceded a red card, taking down the last man, basically a professional foul. But I do think that he could have done better. Allow him to score, and then you guys can work back it, because when you take him down as the last man, you receive a red card and put the team under more pressure. But he did open the goal scoring sheet. He started off the game really good, pouncing in good form. They dominated the first half up until the 56 minutes where they scored the second goal, and then now on the 60th minute where they break away. And what happened is that Curtis Tilt saw the need necessary to pull down the player. But not also that. One of the things I want to highlight about Curtis Tilt is this. Both Curtis Tilt and Wes Arden can play on the right fullback position, also at the right wing back position as well. We're in a fullback predicament according to the right side, and I think these are 2 players who can also slot in that position. The reason why I highlight Curtis Tilt is not only for the goal, but also for the mistake that he made. But as I said, I'm an unbiased person. I don't speak about the glorious things that happened on the pitch. I have to give you the full view of what happened, not being biased. Now, he did score a goal, started off the game really good, pouncing form, keeping the game compact, pressing really high. But at the end of the day, he did went on to receive a red card from a professional foul, and I think he could have done a bit better on that. So that's where we saw a red card. And then now on the tail end of the game itself, because they were leading 2 goals clear, and in the 60+ minute, Curtis Tilt pulled down the player on the break and received the red card. And then from that, you saw that it's just a tumbling block from there, and they really fight hard to keep themselves in the game. And at the end of the day, they lost the game 4-3. But let's move over now to the next player. Hopefully we can use Curtis Tilt in one of those positions. They're safe. They're slightly in the safe zone. They were not relegated, and that is also a plus for them. That's a plus for them, because I thought that they were so close to relegation. I definitely thought that they would have went down. They missed the drop. They literally missed the drop zone by just 1 single point. But anyways, hopefully they can really bounce back and find themselves in some good, comfortable position where they can play some more proper football and do a bit better. As you guys know, the championship playoffs are really going to the nicking down era in the latter stages of May. We'll see how that one goes. Now moving over to the next player, which is Andre Gray, scoring a goal against his compatriot teammate, the person that he set up against against the USA, Jamal Lowe. Today, for this one, Andre Gray really smashed Jamal Lowe team and teaching these guys the reason why they are progressing into the Premier League. And Swansea City is actually going to the championship player. But that doesn't say anything yet, because Swansea City could have possibly made it to the Premier League if they should win the playoffs. And then now, who's going to have the bigger thought there? Because it's going to boils down right to whatever happened inside of the Premier League. But it's still something to think about. But anyways, Andre Gray put in a fairly decent performance, accounting for himself, and showing that he has the opportunity, and he also has the ability to lead the line for the Watford Football Club in the Premier League. Let's see how this one goes for him. But let me get into a bit of details in how he stacks up on a statistical level in this game against Swansea Football Club. So Andre Gray played a total of 72 minutes, only having 11 touches, people. Can you imagine? 72 minutes on the pitch and only have 11 touches. That is quite low. But you know, Swansea Football Club, they are a team that keep possession of the ball. They are a possession-based team. So that could be also one of the reasons. But he had 2 shots, one on target, in which one was also, in which that was the goal as well. He completed 2 dribbles and they were completed at 100% succession rate. He attempted 7 passes and on completing 4 of those, completing the game with a 57%. He only played a total of 72 minutes, people, but that is a significant amount of time to only had 11 touches. But at the end of the day, with those 11 touches, you did provide a goal out of that. It kind of tells how clinical you are as an individual. He encountered in 1 ground duel, he did one that as well, 2 aerial duels, he didn't win any of those. Lost possession 4 times and committed 1 foul, and was also found offside 1 time. So that is the statistical aspect of the game for Andre Gray. But what I do know is that in this game in particular, he did press, he did work those channels, but he was not giving the ball much because Watford did not have that total completion domination of the ball. But they did put in a great performance and they did win the game. At the end of the day, I think the 3 points on the board is more critical than anything else. Completing the championship, moving on into the Premier League, and we'll see how well he stacks up. But for this, I think this would be the last Reggae Boy Watch that consists of the championship players, unless it's the players that are going to play in the playoff. Now let's move over to the next player in particular, which is Lewis Baker. So Lewis Baker faced up against Anta Elias-Spor. So for this purpose, the reason why I want to highlight Lewis Baker is because of the outstanding performance that he did put in against Anta Elias-Spor. Now what I do know is that many people don't know that Lewis Baker can play in a central defensive midfield position where he deployed today. In a 4-1-4-1 formation. He was the lone man in that midfield position. Now, let me run through some of the stats, and he did put in a solid performance, people. When I say solid, I mean technically solid, and also on a variety of different aspects of the game. But I'll go into the stats exactly right now for you to know what really happened on a statistical basis, so you don't say that I'm just elaborating my mouth. I want you guys to hear the statistics that he racks up, and you guys can go and check it for yourself. Now, for this game, he played a total of 90 minutes, 96 touches, the joint most touches on the pitch, completed 79 out of 82 passes, finishing the game on a 96% pass completion, ranking him the 2nd highest pass completion and also the joint highest touches on the entire pitch. He was definitely a class above the rest. He made 1 key pass, he attempted 1 cross, was not completed. He also attempted 4 long balls, 2 was completed out of that. So those are 3 of the passes that did not connected, but you can look past that. But I'm talking about passes on the ground, passes into the final third, controlling the ball, pressure release, and all those aspects of the game. So he had a total of 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 off target as well. He made 2 dribble attempts and completed 1 of those. He also encountered in a few duels, 8 ground duels, winning 4 of them, and also 3 aerial duels and only winning 1. He lost possession 6 times, and I'm telling you, if he should receive the ball, he had a total of 96 touches and only lose possession of the ball only 6 times, people, which means that he's very good at retention and retaining the ball. He's very good at retention and turnovers, and he can be one of those players that can keep the ball, keep possession of the ball, and allow your team to press a bit higher and dominating the opposition in the final third that you want to hurt teams. So he committed 2 fouls, 1 clearance, 1 block shot, 2 interceptions, and also completed 2 tackles. Now, he was also dribble past once. But definitely, these are the stats that he was racking up in the game, in all aspects of his game. But it's also what I want to say, a dominant performance from Lewis Baker against a side that is struggling throughout the season. But that's how it is. If you are a good player, you dominate these teams. If you are a good team, you dominate the smaller teams at all times. But let's now move over a solid performance from Lewis Baker. Hopefully, he can continue like this throughout the rest of the season. He has a few more games left. I will keep analyzing his game. Now let's move over to the last player, and the reason why I really want to talk about this player is the position that he played on the pitch. I've been talking about it, I've been waxing lyrically about this player and the position that he wants to play, but there's one good and also there's one bad to what's happening right now, because it is difficult for what I'm seeing what is going to happen with this player in perspective. This player is Bobby Reid. No, they played against Chelsea. Bobby Reid was deployed in central attacking midfield position in a 4-2-3-1 formation. So despite Fulham losing that game 2-0, Bobby Reid did account for himself, putting in a very, very good performance. He played a total of 90 minutes, had 43 touches, he attempted 28 passes, completing 25 out of those with an 89% pass completion for this game. And remember, he's playing in the attacking third, and he has 89% pass completion, people, in the attacking third. 89% pass completion. Attempted one cross which was not successful, had 3 shots, one off target and 2 was blocked. He also made 2 dribble attempts in which he completed both of them at 100%. We know that he's a very, very quick and pacey player who can get in those dangerous areas and create problems. Not only providing excellent work in the attacking third, he did perform defensively. He did put in a great defensive performance also with the combination of the attack and defense. This is the reason why I did wanted to highlight this player. He encountered in 6 ground duels, completed 3 of those, also 4 aerial duels, completing 2 of them. So that's 10 physical duels that he went into and came out with a 50% completion. So that is very, very good for an attacking player doing that defensive work. It shows that he has a heart and guile because he wants to win that game. So he lost possession 7 times, and he also committed 1 foul and also was fouled once as well. He made 1 interception. He also made 1 block shot as well, and was dribbled past 1. That is the reason why I really wanted. That's why I want to talk about this player, because of the defensive aspect of his game, combined with the attacking element that he did provide. 89% pass completion throughout the entirety of the game against Chelsea Football Club, one of the top teams in England right now, going in good form, and he did put in a good performance. Now, he was deployed in the attacking midfield position, a position that I've been speaking about for the longest while for the Reggae Boyz, and I do think that that is a position we are lacking in some quality, but right now with him being playing in that position, it goes to show that he can do the job and he can get the job done. Now, those are all the positive for Bobby Reid, but the negative now is that his team is in a likely position to be relegated. Fulham sits on 18th position on the table with 27 points, and they only have 2 games to go. In front of them is Burnley on 37 points. So it's possible right now that they won't be able to come out of that relegation spot and that relegation scrapple, but I do think that it's going to be difficult if they should come out. It means that Burnley would have to lose all their games. See some light to see how well they can do going forward, but at this point in time, he's in a relegation scrap, and it is becoming more difficult as the days goes by. But we'll see how well they do to scave out of that one. But for this season, I do think that Bobby Reid is also one of their main players, and he's also one of the driving force in taking them out of the relegation scrap. I doubt it will happen, but that is the negative side of things. I hope it will happen as well. I hope they will come out of the relegation scrap, but it's very, very difficult for me to come to a conclusion right now. Based on form and performances, it's difficult to say. They do play with heart and guile. I will see how that one goes. Very, very difficult player to handle, but I am so happy to see him playing in the central attacking midfield position, putting in these type of performances against these teams. So that means that we can utilize him in the Reggae Boyz squad in that position in particular for what we want to do. But people, these are the few people I want to speak about on the Reggae Boyz Watch. Thank you very much for tuning in. A massive respect to everyone who tuned in. As I said, people, smash that like button. I really, really appreciate it. Appreciate it if you do. If you haven't watched any one of the Reggae Boyz series, you can go into the playlist and you'll see that the link. You can go also, you can check on the suggested videos. I'll be putting a few of them in the suggested videos, and you can go and check it out as well. This series started because I wanted us as Reggae Boyz fans to keep eye on the players that are putting in great performances week in, week out, so that when the time comes for us to select a team going into the World Cup qualifiers, going to the Gold Cup, we can select the best team based off who we have seen been putting in these great performances week in, week out. But as I say, people, thank you very much to the Reggae Boy fans and also whosoever, if you're watching this video, if you're even this far in the video, I do think that this video deserves a like. But thank you very much, people. A lot of respect. If you see any player that is performing outstanding throughout this time period and I've missed them, please go and recommend them for me. Put it in the comment section. Let me know who you want me to cover next. But thank you very much, people. A lot of respect. Military Gunner TV. I'm out.